What's good news everyone, today I'm bringing you something I've been meaning to do since we originally hit 100,000 subscribers, and that, my friends, is bring you a top 10 list of what my favorite Pokemon are. If you watch my videos, you know that I randomly just, say, oh, I love this Pokemon, I love that Pokemon, I don't like this Pokemon, I don't like that one, but I figured, rather than you guys just guessing which one I like more than the other, I'd make a whole top 10 list, and to be honest, I'm probably gonna surprise a few you guys with, what's on this list. Now, in case you don't know, as of 6th gen, there are over 700 Pokemon in the Pokédex, which means cutting a list of Pokemon down to 10 is pretty difficult. So, as long as you know which Pokemon you like, it shouldn't be that hard, I guess, because I like about probably 50, 60, maybe even 70 Pokemon overall, and the rest are just I don't really care for them, or I just hate them. The ones you really like when it starts getting up to the top 15 is when it actually starts to become a problem. Oh my god, which one should I? Because I had to rearrange the list a bunch of times. Do I even like this guy that much, or it was hard to make this list. So appreciate this, okay? Appreciate it. It was really hard to put together, but with all that out of the way, I think it's time for us to go to number 10 and find out, the list of Pokemon that I like the most. Now, of course, this may change over time, and if it does change drastically, then I will make another top 10 in future, but as for now, this is my top 10 list of favorite Pokemon. Coming in at number 10 of my top 10 favorite Pokemon list is Sableye. I've always really liked Sableye and just everything about him, his typing, his design, and just even before he got the ability Prankster, I guess you could say I liked his ability being Kenai. I didn't really like his ability, but I still liked Sableye a lot. I just thought he was an awesome little ghost type, and he actually helped me out quite a lot when it comes to playing through Pokemon games. When I was younger, I'd always have difficulty beating Norman, and to take on Norman a bit easier, I guess, I'd catch this Sableye that would help me weaken or take down two of his Pokemon, because two of Norman's Pokemon in Pokemon Emerald version, Spinda and Lanoon, only know normal type moves. That's all they know. I mean, Spinda has a psychic type move being Tear Dance, which is annoying as hell to deal with. But I would bring a Sableye, a level 13 Sableye I just randomly caught because, I played through Emerald a bunch of times. I maybe didn't want to use the Sableye in this playthrough, but I still caught one just to help me out. I teach it Rock Smash, and then I would just Rock Smash away at their Pokemon, and eventually they would get withered down to the point where their defenses are just really low, because Rock Smash shows a 50% chance to lower your defenses, and it just ends up taking them out. And it's just, I love seeing this level 13 Sableye take out a level 20 something Spinda or a level 20 something Lanoon. Now, I couldn't do that with Vigoroth or Slacking because they have Feint Attack, and that's just gonna, actually does hit Sableye. But either way, I just love doing that little strategy. It made me feel good that I'm invincible right now. I can just kill these guys with level 13 Sableye, and I'm a huge fan of that. I just really did like that. But of course, as of 5th gen, he got a new ability being Prankster, which Prankster, one of my favorite abilities in the game, and he's just so fun to use with it. Like I said before, I like Pokemon because of how good they are in competitive battle, and Sableye is really good in battle. Just taunt, fucking Foul Play, Will-O-Wisp, and Recover. Nice, fun, annoying moveset to run. Foul Play, of course, just to take their attack and hit it with your own move, just because Sableye's attack isn't all that great. And actually, as of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Sableye is getting his very own Mega Evolution. Now, I actually didn't expect him to get one. I never saw him as the type of Pokemon to Mega Evolve. But since he's getting a Mega Evolution, it just makes me love him even more. All his Mega Evolution really is, as you can see here, is him going behind the gem or whatever. But I still love that. I haven't of course played Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire as I'm recording this video, but I already know his Mega Evolution is going to be one of my favorite Mega Evolutions, and I may actually have to redo my top 10 list of favorite Mega Evolutions in future, just because I already know Mega Sableye is going to be one of my favorites, even though he's probably not going to be all that great in battle, because I have tried him in Showdown a bit, and he is actually really hard to use. You have to set up perfectly with him, you have to stay with regular Sableye, set up a bunch of Combines and stuff like that, and then Mega Evolve, and then you can start doing work. But I don't know, all I know is the Sableye is one of my favorite Pokemon just because of everything about him. I love everything about him. His cry is awesome too. There's not one thing I don't like about him. Maybe if you want to count it, I guess you could say his hindering stats. But like those don't even matter because Prankster makes up for them. So without further ado, I guess we'll move on to number 9. In 9th place is the one, the only, got 2 of my favorite types overall, Bisharp. Bisharp is a dark steel type, and I honestly love both of those typing very, very much. You know, I favor dark and steel type Pokemon and fighting type Pokemon over other Pokemon, you know? So Bisharp is on here because of his typing for one. That's one reason. Another reason, his cry is so amazing. It just sounds sharp as fuck in his name, you know, Bisharp. It's like someone withdrawing a sword. It's from its case or whatever. It's like ring. It's like a nice little sharp sort of cry. I love his cry. It matches him perfectly. And of course, another reason is how good he is in battle. Whenever I'm battling someone and I see they have a Bisharp on their team, Bisharp is just one of those few Pokemon that I fear to go up against. You know, another one of those, I guess, is Mega Pinsir. You know, whenever you see it in the team preview, you're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have such a difficult time with that. But Bisharp is another one of those few Pokemon you just see it and you're just like, shit. Unless you got a whole team of fighting types or whatever, Bisharp's gonna give you a hard time. You know, it just depends on the team, of course. But most of the time, even if I've got like, you know, 2 or 3 fighting type moves on my Pokemon, and I'm like, I can deal with this. I fear him because he has Sucker Punch, you know. And Bisharp is one of my favorite Pokemon as well because he has Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is definitely one of my favorite moves in the game, if not my favorite move. And the fact that he has that is just awesome. If I end up using Defog or something like that and they predict it and they switch into Bisharp, that's another thing. His ability Defiant is amazing. You lower any one of his stats, his attack goes up by 2. +2. That's a free fucking Swords Dance. That is so scary to think about, you know, because he's just a great Sucker Puncher. His speed, I guess, isn't terrible either if you want to invest him into some speed. You know, so he can outspeed some of the slower Pokemon, and you know, with the free Defiant boost you gave him, you can just one-shot them. And he's just such a tough Pokemon, and his design is great too. I really just appreciate how he's like a knight or something. I don't know. I prefer Pawniard's design, if I'm being honest, it's pre-evolution, but Bisharp overall is just an amazing Pokemon, and I love the man. He's just great. Coming in at number 8 is actually a Pokemon that isn't good in battle at all, which you guys may be surprised by, but I absolutely adore Plusle. Plusle is one of those Pokemon where I really don't know what it is, I just really fucking like it, and whenever I do take it to battle and I'm not really being serious at all and I do end up getting a kill with it, I'm just like, Plusle, you're fucking amazing, I love you, you little dude. I'm a huge fan of smaller Pokemon, you know, I'm a huge fan of smaller Pokemon that can do work, and Plusle may not be one of those Pokemon that can do work or whatever, but I just love the little guy as well. If I could have any Pokemon as a pet, it would definitely be Plusle, because Plusle is just small and cute and petite, and honestly one of the reasons why Plusle even caught my attention to begin with is because of the very first Pokemon Ranger game. You know, whenever you find the Plusle behind the crate or whatever it is, and you end up having to save its life from that Houndoom or whatever, and then it ends up following you to the one place, the Ranger base or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's been a while since I played the Ranger games, by the way, and ends up just finally becoming your partner Pokemon. That just makes me happy. You know, it's like, well, that's only if you choose the female. If you choose the male character, of course you have Minen, but I always choose female characters when I'm playing games, so you know, I got Plusle for a reason. But yeah, Plusle, just I like its design too. I like its color. I like red over blue, so I'm sorry Minen, you're not as cool in my opinion. And of course Plusle's just got better stats overall, if you ask me, when it comes to between Minen and Plusle, because Minen's I think got more defense than Plusle has, and Plusle's got more offense, which just, for me, it's like their stats are already terrible, so the fact that you're just making something that sucks already bulky, like, isn't even needed. So Plusle's stats are just better than Minen's, in my personal opinion, overall. And of course, I actually, just another reason I like it is because this video I made a while back called Plusle is a Monster. If you want to check it out on my channel, it ends up I think I ended up getting a nasty plot up with it, and I ended up just sweeping this guy. Of course, it was a random battle, but it was just a lot of fun. It was actually against one of my friends too. I just ended up getting a nasty plot up in a random battle, and Plusle just ended up sweeping it. It took out a Genesect and everything in one hit. Plusle's just an adorable little monster, and I love him very, very much, and I don't even know why. In the number 7 slot is a Pokemon I don't really even talk about all that often. It's like a low-key favorite, but that Pokemon is a Uxie. If you guys know me, I'm not really a huge fan of legendary Pokemon themselves, but Uxie is just one of those legendary Pokemon that I guess I don't really see as a legendary Pokemon. I mean, I know it is legendary and all, but it's like, I don't really care that it's legendary. I don't know, I'm not really a huge fan of legendaries just because of the fact that they're legendary, and Uxie's just one that breaks that. And it's like, I don't care if you're legendary, I love you anyway. But I'm a huge fan of the smaller Pokemon that can put in work, and Uxie, like, is just one of those Pokemon. Uxie is my favorite by far, of course, out of the 3 Lake Trio. I mean, unless I had one of the other Lake Trio up ahead in this list, which I don't. Uxie is my favorite out of those 3. And it's just because of its design. Its cry. It's yellow. Its eyes are closed. It's the smart one out of the 3 or whatever, if you want to put it like that, because it's like the wisdom one, I'm pretty sure, if I'm getting my facts straight there. Its cry though is amazing. It's like no, 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 no. It's fucking amazing cry. And it's also a psychic type. I'm actually a pretty big fan of psychic types. A lot of psychic types are amazing. Metagross, Jirachi. I mean, I guess they also have the steel typing, and I also love steel type. And I don't know, psychic types are cool. I'm more of a fan of dark and fighting and steel and all that. But Uxie is an awesome Pokemon just because of everything about it. I like how it is in battle too. You can use it as a multiple different things, because Uxie, like I said, is bulky. You can use him to set up Calm Minds, max HP, max defense him with a bold nature, give him substitute and Calm Mind, or you don't even have to give him substitute, just give him Calm Mind, let him set up a special attack and a special defense a bit more, and just sit there and take hits and, you know, deal damage with like Dazzling Gleam, Psychic, or whatever. Or if you really want, you can use it just to set up Stealth Rocks and, you know, light screens and stuff. I mean, I feel like that's offensive to use a Pokemon for that, but you know, everyone has their reasons for having a Pokemon in their team. If you need a Pokemon set up Stealth Rocks and all that, Uxie can be there, but it's more of a lower tier for that, because Psychic isn't that great of a defensive typing. But either way, Uxie has a lot of use in competitive battle, and it's just got a great design and a great cry, and just everything about it I love. Its abilities levitate too, so if you need a Pokemon to take earthquakes for you, then Uxie can be there for you too. It's a great Pokemon overall, and I love it very, very much. Coming in the 6th spot on my list is Honchkrow. All I can say is, he's a monster.
Hey, what's good guys, I'm Vaswagger, and I'm bringing you another Pokemon Showdown battle. Today, got a battle against Pokeflaws. Earthquakes me, and yeah, basically knocks me out. So yeah, this is the main point in the video. I'm going to show you how much of a monster Honchkrow can be. I'll probably put my Honchkrow in the description, because it's really a monster. So I go for Sucker Punch, knocking out his Gyarados, fairly easy. Then Honchkrow uses superpower on his Ferrothorn after he brings that out. Pretty easy, takes that thing out too. I get quite a bit of damage taken off to me because of recoil and life orb and all that stuff, but you know, it's fine. So he sends out his Thunderous, and I go for Sucker Punch again. I didn't think it would knock it out, but it did, which was an amazing tactic. I don't know what the hell, but whatever. So yeah, last move, I Brave Bird it, Toxicroak, and yeah, knocks it out. So yeah, single-handedly Honchkrow took out 4 Pokemon. I mean, that might not always work, but you know, that was amazing. I love Honchkrow for that. He got me back in the battle, you know, he made me able to have a fighting chance in winning this. So he psychics me, he psychics Daft Punk to the Scrafty, not realizing he's part dark. I go for counter at the same time, he did that, so yeah, it kind of failed, but yeah, he surfed me and I crunched him, and that's the end of Latios. And he's into his last Pokemon, Politoed. He protects. You know, just see what I'm going to do. I high jump kick, sadly, and hurt myself in recoil. So, yeah, bye-bye, Scrafty. We're going to send in our Dragonite now. So, you know, I knew he was going to be useful for later. I outrage this guy. He scalds, and then I'm pretty sure he uses Protect here. Yeah, he protects here. And I go for Outrage again, and you know, I can't do anything else after this because I'm in confusion and stuff. Wait, or am I? No, I'm not. Alright, so we use Outrage again, and doesn't quite knock it out as I thought it would, but whatever. Outrage one more time to finish this guy off, and yeah, that's the end of Pokeflaws. That was a pretty awesome battle. I enjoyed that battle. It was kind of close.
In the 5th spot on my top 10 favorite Pokemon list is Meinshao. Just like Bisharp, I didn't really like Meinshao all that much until I ended up using it in battle, but once I did, and I just loved everything about it. Its typing, its cry especially. Meinshao probably has my favorite cry out of every single Pokemon in the game. It's just like yummy. I love it. It's such an amazing cry for a Pokemon, and it fits it perfectly. Its design though, I love how it's got like fucking sock hands. I love how it just slaps you in the face with them whenever it uses Fake Out. Fake Out is like one of those moves that was just made for Meinshao specifically, and it's amazing. And I love how it's used competitively. I like how it can be a Choice Scarf user, and I love how it's got Regenerator too. So you know, if it manages to take a little chip damage from something, you know, like a Rocky Helmet or whatever, or it just takes a little bit of damage, Regenerator just puts it all the way back up, and it really is such a fast, annoying Pokemon to deal with. And most of the time, for me especially, it just seems to be the last Pokemon on my team, and it puts in so much work. It's got a nice variety of moves you can give it. You can give it Knock Off, you can give it U-Turn, you can give it Fake Out, you can give it High Jump Kick, you can give it Poison Jab, you can give it Stone Edge. It's got such a variety of moves, and you know, you can even have Hidden Power Ice if you wanted to, because it's just one of those Pokemon that special attack isn't even all that bad and can still put in work with a, you know, hidden power on it. So I don't know, I just love Meinshao. Everything about it is just amazing, and that's the reason why it's number 5 on the list. I've honestly just grown to love it as of 6th gen, which is really weird because it is a 5th generation Pokemon. In the 4th spot on this list is Mawile. Now, just like Sableye, I've always really liked Mawile before it became really good, but the fact that it got a Mega Evolution and a new typing being Steel Fairy, just made me love it even more. I do like Mawile itself, but I do prefer Mega Mawile as a whole. You know, I like Mega Mawile more than regular Mawile because its design is amazing. It's got 2 fucking heads. Its shiny form is great too. That's actually probably one of the few shinies I prefer over the actual Pokemon. You know, I prefer the shiny to the normal sprite of it or whatever. And another thing is that Mawile probably just got one of the best abilities in the game when it Mega Evolved, being Huge Power, which doubles their attack. And if you want to count that as a base stat or whatever, Mawile has the highest attack in the game, being at 210. Mega Mawile, I should say. So that's insane. Mawile has got some huge power, you could say. And being a Steel Fairy type, it has very few weaknesses. I think its only weakness is Ground and Fire. 2 weaknesses, and they're only 2 times effective. So, you know, Mawile is just great for that. You know, its regular form, you can give it Intimidate, so it can force switches out and stuff. You know, you just send in regular Mawile against the Pokemon with, you know, like a physical attacker, you know, drop their attack real quick, so they have to switch out into something else if they want to deal with this Mawile. Mega Evolve, set up a Swords Dance, something like that. Mawile also gets Sucker Punch, Play Rough, Iron Head. It's just such a good Pokemon. It gets Fire Fang and Ice Fang, and actually no, I think, yeah, it gets Fire Fang, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, I'm pretty sure. You get a bunch of just, it's such a good Pokemon, and because of all of that factors, and just because of how strong it is and just easy it is to sweep with, it's Ubers now if you play by Smogon, that is, which is insane. Just thinking about it, this little Mawile used to be an NU last generation, now he's all the way up at the top of the tier just because of one Mega Evolution. It's crazy what they can do when they change up a couple stats. So I don't know, I just love Mawile. I'm really disappointed it did go to Ubers because I don't really use it as much anymore, but I just love him so much. I can't express how much I love it. And of course it's got Sucker Punch. Like I said, it's definitely one of my favorite moves in the game. So I don't know, Mawile, you're just amazing. And his cry is amazing too. It's like, I don't know how to do Mawile's cry. It's like it's chomping on something. It's fucking amazing. I love this adorable little guy. Mawile. Alright, so we're the top 3 now. Coming in 3rd place is Banette. I always really fucking loved Banette and Dusclops, this sort of ghost type duo they had going on, but as soon as Dusclops evolved to Dusknoir, I was kind of upset because Banette was sort of left behind. So the fact that Banette ended up getting a Mega Evolution made everything better, and I love Banette before its Mega Evolution, but the Mega Evolution, that's the reason why Banette made it this high up in the list, because Mega Banette is just got such a amazing design. It's got fucking zippers as hands and shit. It's just amazing. And I just say its cry as well. I've mentioned Pokemon cries a lot in this list, but Pokemon cries legitimately are like a huge reason as to why I like them a lot. Like, if a cry fits them perfectly and I can just remember it in my head, like all the time, it's just Banette's cry is like beady beady beat. I adore Mega Banette. I'm a huge fan of it. And if you haven't seen my top 10 favorite Mega Evolution list, then spoiler alert, Mega Banette is actually number 1 on that. Getting really close to number 1 now. In the second spot, we have the one and only Shaymin. If you guys are viewers of mine, you may or may not know about my old channel, Shiny Shaymin TV. I've always really liked Shaymin, and I've even had him as a mascot. That's how much I liked him in the past. So why do I like Shaymin so much, you may be wondering? Honestly, I just really love him in the movie. That's the first for this list. Usually it's because of how they are in battle or their cry, which Shaymin's cry, by the way, is adorable. Both of them, both sky and land form. But just how Shaymin was in the movie just is like the whole reason why I like him. If you haven't seen it, go watch Shaymin. I'm pretty sure it's Giratina and the Sky Warrior or some shit like that. Shaymin is just the best in that movie. He's so fucking cocky and selfish, and I love that. He's just hilarious because he's just this baby little hedgehog and he's just acting like a dick to everyone. It's just amazing. Now, I do of course have a favorite between the two forms. I do prefer the Sky form Shaymin to the regular form of Shaymin. I mean, regular Shaymin's cool and all, but I just prefer the Sky one just because it's just this design, its cry, and just everything about it. Its stats are overall just better. It's a grass flying type, which is really original. I think the only other grass flying type I can think of off the top of my head is Tropius, so it's a nice original typing too. And I just Shaymin is just an all-time favorite of mine. It used to be my favorite before 5th gen existed, and that's gonna bring me onto number 1. I'm sure every single one of you guys saw this coming because of my username, HoodlumScrafty. What could HoodlumScrafty's favorite Pokemon be? Number 1 on my list, of course, is Scrafty. When I first made this channel about 2 years ago, Scrafty wasn't even my favorite Pokemon. He was just like a cool dude that was just like, you know, Scrafty's a cool Pokemon. I guess I'll make him my mascot. And over the past 2 years, I've honestly just grown to love him. He's became like a part of my everyday life. And I just can't not like him anymore. You know, he's just the best. He's my favorite Pokemon overall. It feels bad saying that because, you know, I just wish I had a favorite Pokemon that was just like, I was like love at first sight. You know, like when I first saw him, I was like, I knew he was my favorite from forever. But I don't know, it just took some getting used to Scrafty. But then just, you know, after a while, I just love everything about him. Even his weaknesses, I just love the fact that he's a part of my everyday life now. I love that people associate me with Scrafty, like, you know, if they have a Scrafty, like, just viewers will name, like, Scrafty's like Hoodlum or Nifty, like, because I call my Scrafty Nifty, they'll just call their Scrafty Nifty because of me, and I really appreciate that. I'm just honestly a huge fan of how versatile he is. If you look at Scrafty's abilities, he has Shed Skin, Intimidate, and Moxie. All of those can be used competitively in some way, so he's like unpredictable. You know, he can be used as a Salt Vest user, a Dragon Dancer, a Bulk Upper, just a bunch of different things, and I just love that about Scrafty. And one of the crazy things about him is he doesn't even learn Sucker Punch, which is my favorite move in the game. And, you know, just seeing that he seems to be like based off like a thug, because, you know, he's like the Hoodlum Pokemon, it's just really weird how he doesn't. But I mean, I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not like Scrafty when it comes to that, though. I'm not like a thug, if you want to say. I'm not like that at all. I'm like the polar opposite of Scrafty, but I still love the guy. And another thing, I love his pants. I love how his pants are sagging and shit. It's just amazing part of him. And I don't know, I'm just Scrafty, just my all-time favorite, and I'm sure he will be forever just because of this whole YouTube thing. I feel bad saying that because Scrafty's an amazing Pokemon without YouTube, but I don't know, you guys just helped me grow to love him. That's just it. And with that, that is my top 10 list of favorite Pokemon. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and drop me a like because it does motivate me to make more of these top 10s, which I really want to do more in the future. I know I always said that at the end of every single top 10 I've done on my channel, but I'm legitimately meaning it this time because I know how many of you guys enjoy these, and I enjoy making them. I mean, they are a bit tedious to make, but overall I enjoy making them. I'm just happy with how they come out. So if you guys want more of them, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you haven't already, let me know your top 10 list of favorite Pokemon down in the comments, because I just want to hear what you guys like, you know, just to see what some weird Pokemon you guys love and just why you love them and a bunch of other stuff like that. But I guess until then, I've been HoodlumScrafty. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm out of here.